Hello, friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And this is a beautiful day to be alive. And we are sitting in Chilliwack, in the middle of Chilliwack, uh, on the shore of the Chilliwack River. And it's very beautiful. The weather has been great in British Columbia. And Sergio is with me again. You must have seen him in the previous video. We talked about moving into another city, how it can help, and how he is thriving in a different space now while moving in another city. And while he really likes to travel like me. I'm just very newbie in a travel because I just I just started doing adventure, but we're gonna talk about adventurous travel and how you can learn big life lessons and how budget travel can really help you to get into a new space and you really learn a lot of things. And yeah,
Thank you again for having me here in this channel. For all of the viewers, thank you for supporting the channel
yeah,
of here, Harsh Claire. As he said, we're here in Chilliwack. I think just to correct, I think we're a little bit the surrounded of the city.
yeah,
So we're not like in the middle, but yes, we are like in a beautiful spot. We're just by the Chilliwack River. Uh, Water here in this river is like incredible.
yeah,
I can, I mean, there is not much words to describe. But yeah, let's talk about a little bit of like travel adventures. I would say I've been traveling for a while, living different places. When I share my experience, I always think after the conversation, and I really like settle down and really reflect on it. And it's pretty, it's pretty nice.
yeah,
Interesting journey to explore different places, meet new people, new cultures. Yeah, it's like
yeah,
sometimes there is no many words to describe, or sometimes I'm so speechless
yeah,
that I don't have much words. But yeah, I would like to share some of my
yeah,
experiences.
of course.
I think yeah, Chilliwack is being the last city, the latest one that I've been living in. It's
Yeah,
been 2 years. 2 years.
yeah, it's a long time.
And
It's
yeah,
quite a long time.
it's been a long time, but it feels like just like if I've been living here for like a year.
Yeah,
But it's crazy how time goes by.
yeah. And what are the lessons you have learned from the cultures? And what are the strongest culture which impacts you? Is it Canadian culture or the South American? How the people are different, and how it changes your capacity to think and perceive the reality around you.
Um, I think it's not that if you really feel probably uncomfortable with
Yeah,
different cultures, it's just the fact of accept and
yeah.
just observe and accept your surround and the people you are on, because
Just try
you're
to
just
get into it.
visiting.
Yeah,
You're visiting, and that's part of the traveling, like because you want to go and observe, learn. Um, every every place brings its own adventures,
on
its
beauty.
own beauty,
Yeah,
its own challenges.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that's one of the main things, one of the most important factors that is pretty challenging.
yeah,
And traveling always allows you to uh, bring that part of you and allow you to push yourself to do things that probably you feel or
yeah,
you think that you are not able to do.
yeah. Like myself, I just started traveling and I stayed in one place for a year, and then when I moved I felt so comfortable because you are not getting the same things you are getting at home. You are not getting the same mindset of people. You're not getting the same price of the groceries maybe, or not the same groceries, or yeah. So it's been challenging, maybe not the same, not the comfortable bed if you are traveling, because that's the challenges, existential challenges you have to face while traveling, and it really opens you up in a lot of spaces. You know, you get a lot of opportunities. And what do you think about South America and as compared to Canada, and how your travels are very different there than here?
Well, the funny thing is that I'm from South America,
Yeah,
but I have just visited a few countries down there.
yeah,
I have visited Mexico, Peru.
yeah,
Um, we're very similar. We're kind of similar. Of course, it's a completely different culture, but you don't feel. Um, you feel more. You feel a little bit closer because of the language, because you speak
yeah,
Spanish.
yeah,
Compared with coming to the northern countries like Canada or the States,
yeah,
you have to change. You change the language. Therefore,
yeah,
um, the communication and everything changed absolutely, and it makes it a little bit difficult. That's the little like challenge that probably brings to be living here in Canada.
yeah.
That's one of the main things is like the language.
Hmm.
Also, you are communicating with other people from different places with different accents, so that make it a little bit more challenging,
Yeah,
but at the same time very very fulfillment. It fulfills you a little bit, you know.
yeah. And wherever you go, you get attached, right? You make that space your home. You know, wherever you go.
Ah, yeah. Wherever you go, you settle and you build
Yeah,
your own space and you create that spot
yeah,
that you wanna make it feel as home. I think that that's another thing that I always think about, like what's home,
yeah,
because home for me, I could say that here is my home, but at the same time, when I'm referring to home is when
you're
I'm born
from.
from,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So as a traveler, I would say sometimes you feel that you don't belong to anywhere.
Anywhere. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Or
there is
you.
not belonging.
Yeah,
Or probably you belong after a certain time, but
yeah.
that's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty complicated thing to really get a
Attach
definition of.
your home. Yeah.
Yeah.
That stuck me because I've been to a lot of places, and I feel like you don't have home anywhere, you know, and sometimes I feel like I have home everywhere. So it depends on on in the world you're traveling in and the people you meet in, because when you're traveling you meet a lot of different people only for certain amount of time, not for you don't build that deep connection so you can belong to that space wherever you go and feel like you're building a deep connection with someone. Then you sometimes you feel like home, but that doesn't stay long because people changes, time changes, your profession changes, we are all
Yeah.
growing, you know. Yeah,
Um, in my experience, I think one of the most challenging has been the solo travel. I mean, I live here by myself, but when I'm referring as a solo traveler, is when you just go to somewhere, you visit it, but you go just by yourself.
yeah,
And I think that really allows to really know you, to connect with you.
yeah, that's absolutely
Just
true.
the fact that you have to probably just sit down and eat by yourself
Yeah,
is a really uncomfortable thing,
yes,
but at the same time,
it's rewarding too.
is so rewarding.
Yeah,
And going to a place that you don't know, and if you end up meeting new people,
yeah,
is really cool. It's really cool that when you get to the point, but is you always fear that you're going by yourself,
yeah,
that probably people will be like, oh, this guy is traveling by himself, like what the heck.
yeah. Yeah, same with me. Like whenever I say, okay, I'm traveling alone, and they said, you're that young, like how do you manage? And I don't travel a lot, but in our culture where I'm from, they are just pretty scared to be alone. Actually, they are always try to surround. So where I'm from, even if they are going to shop, they always carry someone. So they can have a company, so they can feel comfortable. So that's where I'm from. That was the reason of my discomfort here in
Yeah.
this place in Canada. Yeah, just
Totally.
recovering from it.
Totally same from where I'm from, where I grew up.
Yeah,
You always go somewhere with company.
yeah,
You never go to a restaurant by yourself. No, because it feels uncomfortable. The other thing is that if you go by yourself, people know who you are, right? And if
Yes.
you're by yourself, people will be like, "What is he doing by himself? Why he's
Just
eating
afraid
by
of
himself?"
judgments, you know.
So you're afraid of that judgment.
Yeah,
While when you go somewhere else, nobody knows you,
yeah, absolutely.
but you still feeling the feeling of judgment.
Yeah,
You know, because you keep that trauma from the past.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And that's one of the things which, if we want to succeed in everything we want happiness, or we want a good relationship with someone, and you want to take care of your parents, the only thing you need is just be yourself, and you need to be alone to be yourself. What do you think about this? And how do you feel alone working on yourself, or with someone who is just looking at your progress while you are doing something?
I think being by yourself, you could get a better feedback from you. You know, because
Yes.
sometimes you are looking for the
Yeah.
others' feedback. Of course, it's an important part.
It can be important.
It could
Yeah.
be important,
Yeah.
but I would say it's more important your own opinion, that you feel comfortable with yourself.
Yeah.
And it's a really like a really titanic, like a really difficult thing,
Of course. Of course.
a difficult situation or operation,
Yeah.
whatever we could call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really important that you connect with yourself, and you bring your own value, and you are the one who judge yourself.
Yeah.
And once you judge positively, I think you're doing good, and
Yeah.
you will feel it here. You will feel when you're doing good.
Because sometimes when you are alone, maybe you may be going in right directions, but because of others' feedback, okay, you should be an astronaut, not the baker. What you're doing, but my heart feel like I'm liking the baking stuff, and I should really do that. Then what's the reason to be astronaut? It may be others' reality, you know. So if you're spending a long time, even if it is in your home, that's also a travel. That's also a travel to yourself, to your personality. If you're traveling somewhere else, then you really find your unique self, and you try to differentiate between other people, because in home you get comfortable and you try to stick with your personality, but in unknown unique places, then you try to be, you know, it's kind of a thing for me at least.
Yeah, and also you could develop that to listen to yourself, like listen to your gut. With your gut, you could really feel like if I'm doing it correct or not.
Yeah, if the gut is not provided by our society,
Yeah.
basically when you travel sometime, you are, so if you are going to any touristic things, then you feel like you are in a crowd. But if you are
And you feel
traveling by
safe.
yourself, and you feel very safe. The adventure is when you don't feel safe and you feel discomfort. That discomfort is gonna make you a comfortable spot one day.
And that disconformity is what will bring those
Moments
rewards,
of joy.
those
The
that
moments
joy,
of
that reward, that probably we are always looking for it, right?
Yeah.
But I think
that's
we
absolutely
always
true.
have to go through those difficult times to get to the top
Absolute.
of that mountain, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's absolutely true.
In any field, right? In any topic, like any field in this life.
Yeah, discomfort is a necessary, and travel teach you how to be in a discomfortable position for certain period of time, and how you survive that.
Yeah.
And some people don't like it. Some people don't like it.
Yeah, when I first moved here, I think I felt the most discomfort. And since I was able to probably overcome it,
Yeah.
now I could feel that reward and start feeling
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. And you lived in New York too? You
I
got-
live in New York. I went through the same thing. If I always like to look back on what I've lived before,
Yeah.
and every place I feel that I have through the same situation, like some uncomfortably, like I'm
Yeah.
feeling uncomfortable, and then you get used to it. But here in Canada is been different because I've been here for more than 2 years. While when I lived in the US, it was just for a short time of period.
Yeah.
So yeah, you probably overcome that that window of
Yeah.
uncomfortable,
Yeah.
and then when you move over, it's time to go back to where you belong,
Yeah.
to the hometown.
Yeah. And apart from travel, and how do you cope up with a lot of desires? And I know a lot of young people are watching this. Like when I was young, now I'm young too. Always learning. And how do you cope up with the clarity of mind? Because our mind tries to focus on a lot of things. We listen to social media. If we see a short video and try to listen and do things, and another video we try to do something else in the same time. What do you think about the clarity of mind? How does it matter, and how it changed your way of thinking and your current situation and your life?
uh, I mean, when it comes to social media, or all of the access to the information we have now, is difficult. It's really difficult
everyone.
for everyone to
Yeah.
really settle your mind and be focused on one thing.
Yeah.
Because when you have access to all of that information, probably you overwhelm a little bit,
Yeah.
and at the end you don't get the clear path where you need to go, because
And no results.
you get really overwhelmed,
Yeah.
and yeah, it just make your mind a little bit difficult to process the information and find the clear path, right?
Yeah.
um, I would say I really take care of what is the type of content I'm consuming.
Yeah.
Something that really brings me, like, something that I could learn from.
The
is
value.
the value.
Yeah.
I really connect with things that really resonates with me, and that's the type of content that I stick in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. Yeah. We are. So with travel, you can go to a beautiful place like this, go to mountains and stay away from phone, no internet. Then you can escape from that misinformation too, because we are watching a lot of shit every day. So yeah, that's the reality nowadays. And what do you think about your life in general as compared to big city, where you spend most of your time in a small dorm like apartments, and in the nature? Here you just couple of minutes walk and go and look at this beautiful river. What do you think? Does it change any mindset, and you feel less overwhelmed? Look like surround yourself in the nature. Yeah.
I think when you live close to nature, you could really change the way how you perceive the entire world.
Yeah.
Because I'm coming from Bogota, South America, sub-developed countries, and we always have the mentality that you have to move to a city where you see
Absolutely.
big buildings,
Yeah.
the best corporations around the city, full of full development, and that's probably we could consider like as a
Dystopia.
yes.
Yeah.
And living like in a city where is surrounded by nature, I think is more
One of the
is-
best
is-
things
I
can
think
happen,
it's
you
one
know?
of the
Yeah.
best things I
Yeah.
ever
Experience.
experienced.
Yeah.
I could really say I would change buildings or the jungle of cement for
Yeah.
the real jungle, the
Yeah.
real nature. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Alright, we're gonna wrap this video up right now. Just let us know how did you enjoy this conversation. If yes, just thumbs up, and just whatever you're thinking about your life, your travel, the basically just comment down below and we can discuss in next videos. And thank you for watching if you're still right in the end.